And since then, you went on to make the movie Deuce Bigelow, Gigolo, Male Gigolo, and all these other great movies, okay? So you're known worldwide. But now you've become something of an anomaly within the acting world. You're the first actor to self-finance, produce, write, and direct a whole TV season.
I didn't want to. I had to.
Yes. Tell us about that. Tell us about that.
Patricia,
the show is called Real
Rob on Netflix. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Patricia and I were working on my lovely wife and my multi-talentosa. We worked on a show on CBS, and then I just didn't feel like. Well, we both felt like we could do more, and they didn't want to hire a real Mexicana, and I said, this is a mistake. So I just remember thinking, well, you know, I mean, I appreciate the opportunity, and they have their own reasons why they want to do what they do. But I felt like we could do more, so we could do it ourselves, so we did.
And the show,
to really do
the one on CBS, was based on your life. It was about an
but it wasn't. It wasn't.
But it wasn't. But it was about Mexicans, and you married to a Mexican as well.
Well, that was supposed to be, but then they hired a girl from Spain. Yes. So it's just like, you know, who didn't have any accent at all. It's just a weird thing. And look, I was grateful for that. The money was great. It's all gone by now. But but then we wanted to do something. We knew we could do something more. The real trick was, it was like, I wanted Patricia to play my wife because she's my wife, and she's fantastic and just so funny that, like, I wanted the audience to get a chance to see that. And so I said, let's just make it. And then, you know, people were talking to us, but nobody was really committing. And I said, let's just make the show ourselves. And he said, well, let's just make, instead of just the pilot, let's make the whole series. And so then we did. And then Netflix bought it after watching it for 5 minutes.
Wow. And so how many episodes did you shoot?
We did 8 the first season, and 8 this next season is ridiculous.
So
honestly, this next season is an incredible, the best thing I've ever done. And Patricia, I'm so proud of her because she's just incredible. You know, I'm really proud of her writing, but her acting and how you just, because the first season I was writing a bunch of stuff and whatever, and she didn't. I don't think she had many opportunities to really kind of show what you can do, and just she has a level of sarcasm that is deep and very Mexican. And I hope it is. I hope it's not just you.
No, I saw the CBS show. I saw a few episodes, had friends in it, but I saw your Real Rob. What a difference. I mean, it feels organic, it feels real, it feels authentic.
Thank you.
Yes.
So it's a very honest show.
Yes.
I think.
And what a terrific feat that you've done it and you prove that you can do it with a participation of a Mexican writer and writers.
Well, it's like to get our best talents. I mean, Patricia has worked in a comedy show, and I don't want to speak for you, but like she worked for years on a comedy show, and like it was an hour of just comedians telling jokes. Patricia has these jokes, and I really love it from a different culture because these jokes that I don't know where the punchline's coming from, or I don't know, because I hear everything too.
Yeah.
So to have that kind of perspective as somebody who really understands the you know, where a joke comes from and where it can go, and she heard jokes for years. It was just nice to bring that to the table from a different culture, and then to have fun with it. And I really think it's like a reverse I Love Lucy.
And
I'm the Lucy, she's the adult, she's the Ricky Ricardo.
And I'm so impressed, not only that you financed it yourself, that you kind of didn't go the traditional route, but that you're doing it with your wife, with your children. I mean, you're really making this like a whole family thing. I mean, is it difficult for you to work with, because your daughter's on the show as well,
yeah,
right?
but she likes it. But you know, Patricia did not want her this season to be in it, so let's hire somebody else. But what made you change your mind?
Well, I think at the end of the day, she really likes it, and she wanted to be part of it, and she grew up doing these things. Like one of her first words was action. And so it had to be that way, because you can also, you know, you cannot say no.
But
yeah,
you
I didn't
were
want to
telling me
exclude
a
her.
story.
She said action, and then she also did, because when I would yell cut, I would get up and walk away. And so she would learn cut, she'd go action, and then cut, and she would get up. And she was just copying what she saw.
But you were
Cute or
telling us
terrifying, I'm not 100% sure.
In Hollywood, it's cute.
Patricia was telling us a story back before we came on about her shooting the first season, and you had just delivered the baby, right?
Yeah, the second season.
Oh, the second season.
Yeah.
Terrible timing on our part.
And you had to breastfeed in between takes. I mean, that's a lot of pressure. And the fact that, like they say in Hollywood, a marriage, 1 year of marriage was like 7 years in the real world. You guys, I really admire your partnership because that's what it is.
It was just even tougher the second season. The first season, though, because we had a 1.5-year-old, basically 1.5, maybe 1 year and 5 months. And then Patricia would have to memorize her lines and not in her own language, figure out where, and I had to explain to her where to kind of emphasize here and there. And now you got it. But the first season was tough. And then she's taking care of a baby and then cooking for us at the end of the night and then trying to memorize her lines and then being
and
it was
then
crazy.
looking beautiful. I mean, that takes work,
Well,
right?
I want to
No,
congratulate.
it's so natural.
She's
I
a
want to
natural.
congratulate you for doing that, which is you're no longer letting the studios networks dictate.
right.
This is good, this is bad, because you knew what you wanted and you went out and you did it and you got it.
But what's worse in the studio? It's Patricia.
She's a real
No,
studio.
but she's the adult, and sometimes she says no, or that's too silly. And I think there's nothing too silly, and sometimes it is. So, really, Patricia's the executive producer, and I sometimes just go, "What's up to Patricia?"
Well, you probably know each other very well. You've been married 6 years, but we want to know just how well she knows you, and actually, Naiba knows about you, so we want to know
Yeah,
just how
because
well
I've
she
been covering
knows
the
you.
Hollywood